let's start off with the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Congrats to the Chiefs.
That was a good Super Bowl.
That was a good game because it was like super offensive. A lot of the games have been defensive.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a blowout because they can't score because their defense is so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Low scoring games, stuff like that.
Yeah, compared to that Cowboys versus Niners game.
Oh, yeah.
This was like, was gold.
Yeah, but that game was so good, man. It was a lot of back and forth. The Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. You had two very good quarterbacks just going back and forth.
Yeah.
Couldn't be stopped. Patrick Mahomes hurt.
Yeah,
still coming
bro.
out limping, doing his thing.
Like a high ankle sprain or something like that too?
Yeah, it was like a high ankle sprain. And then he already had a problem for like the last 2 weeks.
That's rough.
He already had a problem for the last 2 weeks. But I got to ask you, controversial.
What's up?
What do you think about the hold? What do you think about the hold?
I was calling it as soon as it happened. I'm like, PI.
Yeah.
And because it literally disrupted him, bro.
But you know he wasn't going to catch it, right? It was still way too far.
Yeah, but it's still the disruption and the fact that it's a rule, right?
Yeah.
It's a PI. What do you think?
This is what I think. Okay, so yes, it was a PI, right?
Yeah.
But I would say that any DB coach would say it wasn't perfect, like it wasn't great, but like the hand on the hip is taught. You know what I mean? You don't pull, but the hand on the hip is okay.
But it kind of made him like...
I didn't see any pullback. But what I would say is a DB coach would say it was near perfect. So it wasn't a perfect, you know, he obviously got beat. That's the only reason you hold somebody is because you got beat.
Yeah.
So it wasn't perfect, but I would say...
That was good DB
It was 80% good.
That was good coverage.
Yeah, good coverage. And I would say this. I would say if that happens in the second quarter, first quarter, it might go unnoticed and get passed.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was the fourth quarter, 1 minute and 18 seconds,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish they would have let it go because if they would have let it go, it would have been 4th down. The Eagles would have got the ball with about 1 minute 18.
Yeah.
They would have been up by 3, and then the Eagles would have had to drive down.
Yeah.
That would have made a way better Super Bowl. But at the same time, to play devil's advocate, you could say also if like it wouldn't have been called, the Eagles would have won, then that would have been the controversy.
Yeah.
It would have been like, damn, the Chiefs should have got that call. You know what I mean?
So I mean, I get that, but I think like the rule is the rule, and I feel like the fact that like in that split moment, like there was like a little bit like of a hesitation now that calls. You feel me? Who knows? The guy ain't gonna probably catch the ball, right? But it's just like
for sure.
Calls something.
Whether he's gonna catch it or not, if
it's
you hold him back,
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But nonetheless, good fucking. It was
good game.
It was a really good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But like, what was I trying to get at with the Super Bowl? Like we talked about this a little bit in I think like our second podcast or something like that. I am tired of these big games being decided by field goals, bro. I think, okay, yeah, I mean, I get it's a part of the game, but I think that if it's going to be something where like this is to win the game, it has to go to wherever the top, like the furthest kick has ever been in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's where you got to kick that motherfucker from.
That'd be crazy.
Like if you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try this to win the game.
Yeah,
you need to take it back. I think the farthest kick has been like 56 yards or something like that.
Yeah,
that's where I got to go, and that's where you kick it from.
Well, you know the overtime rule is that basically if it's by a field goal, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
well, like so then it does count, but they get a chance.
They get points, but you get
to return the favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if they get a touchdown, it's just over.
Yeah.
So they could do something like that.
That's
I
what
guess.
I'm saying.
Like fourth quarter.
I think that like the game should no longer be decided by points, bro. Like 3 points, because the what I feel like is to win the game, you need a touchdown.
Yeah.
Not a field goal points. No, you need a touchdown.
It's arguable. It's arguable.
I mean, everybody in the comments, please chime in.
Let us know if you think they should do that or if they should just.
Because I think, okay, so I'm not saying it's easy to kick a fucking field goal.
And that guy had just missed a field goal. It was like a 35, 40-yard field goal he had missed.
I heard that shit. Bong. I'm like, I was going for the Eagles. Who were you going for?
Probably the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Probably the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Because he's just, the athleticism is insane.
Yeah.
Like you don't see that.
Hey, but that was incredible, man. Shout out to the fact that there was 2 black quarterbacks playing in the Super Bowl.
Fire. And Patrick Mahomes is the first black quarterback to get two Super Bowls.
Hey, you know who I love? Patrick Mahomes' dad, bro.
Oh, yeah. He said, we smoking on that Philly blunt. A Philly blunt all week, homie.